Hello, hello, Spear here again in the Kamel GT series on iRacing. Today we're at the Gesamtstrecke, Nurburgring combined, the 24-hour layout. 53 cars in this Kamel race, 53. There are 20 in the GTP class, which leaves 33 in the Audis, but we're not worried about them. Well, sort of, but it's our class here. 20 cars. We got Ben, Mike, and Sarah right ahead of us. You recognize those names if you're a regular viewer, and it's time to go. You don't have much time here. Let's get to the grid.
Left side on the restart.
All right, this is going to be.
You should be good on fuel, but save a little when you can.
Yeah.
The road's closed.
Fuel's tight, but I think we should be okay. I feel like I wanted to do something, and I completely forgot what I wanted to do. But we are starting 18th out of 20 GTOs. We've got one guy behind us. Hopefully, we survive without him killing us at turn 1. If he'd like to pass us and kill someone else, that'd be fine. We got car number Mike. Well, Mike 3 legs. You see right up there on Twitch. Right ahead of us, to his right is Ben Summers, 1971. Sarah is right off to my right. You can't really see him, so
Right,
let's just be clean. We just want a clean start, clean
lap
lap 1, clean.
35.
We don't want any trouble. Yeah, I don't feel good about the guy behind me. So, but let's just hope nothing happens. Hope everything's clean, everybody's nice and friendly, and everything works out.
Like
6 laps.
35.
It's shorter than normal. Boy, those Audis are right on us. 2 seconds back. Holy mackerel. That's going to be disastrous if they're only 2 seconds back. Because when we get to turn 1, all of us are going to go much, much slower than normal, and they will easily make up those 2 seconds in no time flat.
All right, we need to be behind the 35.
Admittedly, a lot of times there's way too much of a gap. But I'm telling you, turn 1 is so tight, those Audis are going to be in the middle of us. So it's going to be bad. They want to do that because if they're too far back,
I think we should be behind
the green
35.
flag comes and they still have to do the last few corners, and it's difficult to get going while you're doing the corners. So oh boy, this is concerning. They are right on us, and they're not slowing down. So we might have trouble ahead and trouble coming from behind. Wow.
All right,
Single split did not.
All right,
I need 56 to sign up to split, but we did not get 56.
Get behind the 35. Pace cars off. Be ready. Green flag.
Thought he was going to hit me. He wanted to get as close as he possibly could.
Here
comes the Audis.
Quick right now. I don't know what's wrong with him. In front of you.
I see the Audis had to deal with that, so P4 is now P1 because the Audis were too close and they couldn't get around the GTP stuck in the middle of the road. I think that was Tim Reed. I recognize the paint. Can't look at the names and the relative, but I recognize the paint. The orange paint. He's got the orange Mazda paint. Orange and green. Okay, I'm not going to... Hey, well, get away from the Audis. Got any of these Nissans to go. Oh, but we survived. It looks like two cars went down at T1. They may or may not be back. They may have been hit. Boy, with 33 GTOs coming by and you're just sitting in the middle of the road like that, I doubt they survived. One, the initial contact between the two GTPs, and then any subsequent contact. But as is my norm, we're just taking it easy, getting the lie of the land, letting the field eliminate some of the competitors, separate the wheat from the chaff, and then, you know, then start getting it on. What do we got up? Let's look. Oh, we got. Wait, that's Sarah right in front of me. Wait, what happened to the guy? Oh, the guy. I thought that was the guy who started behind me, but he is actually ahead of Sarah. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Well, I didn't notice anything in turn one. I was just trying to make sure I didn't die. But yeah, this was also Sarah's plan, just like mine. We talked about it, that just to hang back and, you know, see what happens. We got Ben right up there. These are flat, but I'm not taking it flat. We want to build up a little bit of a buffer, just in case there's some muppetry. Yeah, it looks like that guy's going too wide with Ben now. If I was Ben, I'd just let him go. Yeah, we don't want to just let people go, but I really thought he was going to rear end me at the start. Because even though I wasn't going particularly fast, he was the same pace as me. We were pacing along for a few seconds, and then he sped up right up to my rear. And then, at the last second, jerked away. So I don't know what he was thinking. Alright, so we're free of the Audis. I haven't seen anybody. Yeah, Ben did let him through. If you look at the relative Ben. Pick the safe route. We got plenty of speed in the bag we can unleash later. Oh, what's Ben doing? Ben let Sarah through as well. I'm hoping that's not an issue with Ben. I'm hoping Ben didn't get hit from the guy who passed him. Oh, good news about the spotter. If you watched my Lotus 79 race, we got some time here to chat about that. iRacing has some more spotter calls, and they were, you know, at the time I was like, oh, these I don't like some of these, but they were ahead of me. They had put some thought into this, and they were ahead of the game, and they've made it so that you can set the kinds of calls you want. Because in that Lotus 79 race, it was just getting on my nerves that they kept saying P1 set a new fastest lap. I mean, every lap he set a new fastest lap, and that's what he does in the Lotus 79. He's amazingly fast and wins every race. But it was getting old, and I was like, I don't like this. So I got rid of those, and we've got some of the calls between the gaps between the cars. I wish there was more of them. I wish they would, you know, more often say you're falling behind, somebody's catching you, things like that. But there was a way to turn off and on which kind of calls you wanted. So kudos to them for thinking that ahead of time. Thinking of that. That's pretty good. You know, if I was designing it, I don't think I would have thought, well, some people might not want it, some people might want something different. I don't think I would have built that in, but that's pretty cool that they thought that up. Like I said at the time, you know, I didn't like it, but I could see, I do see other people do want that information. That when I watch people play this on Twitch, they're often interested in the times that other people did, especially the fastest guys. You know, I'm more interested in what I can do. You know, what I can only do what I can do. What the guy in T1 does has no bearing on me, because in these races I do, the guys in the front are just amazingly talented, and I have no chance. Nobody has a chance, you know. People just won't run away. They're so good. But, well, Ben's falling back here. What's going on? I don't think Ben has damage. I don't know. There's no way for me to tell. He might just be hanging back like I am. But yeah, so kudos to iRacing. Thank you for Kinducci Racing. Everybody knows Kinducci. Check him out on YouTube and Twitch. He's been putting up a lot of videos for helping me out with that. And that is the one I did, you know, iRacing. Well, maybe they put things on the forums. But I'm not a regular forums viewer. Who's this guy? Oh, this is the guy who started behind. Well, not behind me, but next to me, behind me. 19. He started, well, technically behind me. Yeah. I'm wary of anyone who starts behind me. If you're behind me, that means you're a worse driver than I am, so I'm scared. But yeah, so that's the exciting spotter rules. No more fastest lap calls for the leaders. For me, I think I still get them if I set a fastest lap. They'll still say, hey, that was your fastest lap and stuff like that. I do wish they'd be a little more, some encouraging messages, more of those. That would be nice. Come on, Spear. Get in there. You can do it. Things like that. But one thing at a time. Oh, is that? Yeah, the guy who, P20. He started behind me. He pitted, he towed, I think he quit. You can check it out with the relative. I think he's out. I think he's out of the race. I saw him just for a split second flash my relative, because I look at the relative when I pass the pits to see who's in there. And I'm at 15. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 cars down. And I only saw 2 of them. And that was at T1. Or technically T2, I guess. Alright, so there you go. And Sarah has left a massive gap in front of him. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't see anybody at all in front of Sarah. So I don't know why Ben is behind her, and I know Alex had a off. That explains why he's back there. Alright. 5 to go. Already 5 to go. Just like the race just started. I really like this track. That's my favorite car on my favorite track. I mean, come on. I like the Nordschleife part the best. The GP track, I like this part. If we could just do the Nordschleife, I'd be super happy, but for whatever reason we don't. Well, a lot of people say because the pit lane's too slow. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that is. That's Ben and Sarah. That's Ben and Sarah. No. Man, both out. I'm telling you, they're out. That's it. Game over, man. I saw car pieces flying everywhere. Yeah, this car does not respond well to damage. Ben is towed, and Sarah is creeping along. So I don't know what happened. Hopefully, I remember to look at it. I doubt I will. Yeah, that's a shame. But boy, we are really far behind Mike. 20 seconds. I don't know why we left such a big gap. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm all for leaving a gap, but 20 seconds is outrageous. Now, how am I going to make that back up? I don't think I can make up a 20-second gap with Mike. He's a good, fast driver. So it looks like it's me and Alex. Alex and I, if you will. But I'm a little wary because he already had an accident in that mini carousel. He may have had assistance. We're going to be pitching here in about 5. All right. Thank you. iRacing, the Chad Tanaus is the guy there. iRacing is doing another charity race with Chad Knaus and lots of famous people for multiple sclerosis. That's in August. You can. I don't really know where to check that out, but if you Google iRacing MS, Chad Knaus, Knaus, or just iRacing MS, it'll probably come up. Get involved in that. You don't even have to be on iRacing to donate, but they do accept donations. I mean, that's the whole thing. Raise money for MS, and you know, it's a big race, lots of cars, many classes. And they don't feature the Nissan GTP though. Come on, this car should be in every series. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Alex. I thought about, you know, when Sarah and Ben left us, I thought about going after Alex, and I closed up the gap real tight. And then I was like, Alex has gone off once, might have another one in him. So I wasn't sure what to do. I'm still not sure what to do. I really do need to get by it, but there's really no. I'm not getting up to Mike. Mike is in 10th. Going back. So I'm not getting up to Mike. I mean, I don't see that happening. I mean, it's a long race, so anything can happen. They can have it off. They can make contact with the wall. Yeah, I really should start pushing shit back. I mean, I can definitely hit this Alex guy. I think I got the measure of him. Yes. But I want to make sure I do it safely. I don't want to blow this. That's a problem. You know, well, it might have been a couple seasons ago. I remember that. I was doing great. I was 7th, and I came upon an Audi. And I was like, okay, I'll just pass him. Safe, very safe. But I gotta pass him. And he hit the curb and bounced out in front of me and slammed on the brakes, which I guess it's normal reaction, maybe, sort of, to when you hit the curb and you bounce uncontrollably to slam on the brakes. It was bad enough that he jumped in front of me from hitting the curb. Maybe we could have had a lighter tap or avoided it all together, but then when he slammed on the brakes, I had no chance to. I just slammed into him, and that was the end of that. And I really, that's got me worried about getting too close to Alex. If something happens to him, and I'm too close to him, and like Ben and Sarah, you know, if the car in front has a boo-boo, the car behind takes it too. I mean, I don't know what happened, but that's what I'm worried about with Alex. Oh, man. Yeah. I think he's got another wreck in him. Or at least some kind of off.
In front of you,
Something like that, see? There you go. And that's good. He didn't hit the wall. He's going to keep going. See, that's exactly the kind of incident I root for. And the guy has a problem, but it's all safe. His car is undamaged. And he can continue. That's what I like. Okay, so 30 seconds to Mike. We're not getting that. Why are there Audis? There are not supposed to be Audis up here already. Lap 2. Any Audis I come across at all in this race, it's only 6 laps. Any Audis you come across will be Audis that have already wrecked. If we come across them, that means they have been in a big wreck and they've gotten repairs. And yeah, those two are on the track. P31 and P22. Oh my goodness. What's going on?
Minute 44.9.
Alright, let's take 10 seconds off of that. P10! Out of 20 starters, we're now 10. We did overtake somebody. On track. I'm very concerned about those 2 Audis. I was hoping not to see any Audis at all. It really. Oh, let's see, the regular Audis have got it behind me on the relative. They're only a minute behind. Any Audi who hasn't crashed yet is a minute or two behind me. Anyone who's 20 seconds ahead of me, so. Gun kablooey. Well, I guess Sarah got out too. No, maybe not. She might just be behind the Audis, but she was going pretty slowly. Yeah, these are not the kind of cars that you can destroy and rebuild. I've learned that plenty of times. Eek. Ben wasn't in the pits when I passed. Neither was Sarah. So they have either both quit, or I know Ben towed. Ben might have towed, gotten repairs, and be back out there. Could happen. Ben could have towed and quit. Sarah could have not towed and just been driving around slowly. Who knows what's happening back there? Well, you know. Look at the top right. You see their names. See what happens. Oh, we got a new leader. Javier Del Olmo. Oh, it looks like there's a GTP. Oh, man. The GTP overtaking the GTO leaders. Mixing it up in there. He must have been one of those that got in an accident. He's coming back. Okay, we had two Audis in front of me. We now have one. Let's see what happened. But that's why I was concerned, because if somebody's already been in a wreck, your car might not be that stable. One wreck often leads to another wreck, and another one. Well, if you survive the first two. Oops. Got that wrong. I was thinking. I said, don't think. Don't think about driving. You just gotta do it. You think about other things. Fuel, traffic. You don't think about driving. Has to be, muscle memory. Just gotta happen. Oh boy. I don't know if I'll catch this guy in a good spot or not. Or how eager he'll be just to let me through. He might as well let me through. I mean, he's going for nothing. He's not going to see any other audience for the rest of the race. Yeah, I'm still falling behind Mike, so GTP's ahead of me or faster than me. Ah, nice guy. Woo! He's probably like, what the heck is this guy doing? Driving a little whack. Oh, I don't know what I gave the, I tried to give him a thank you, hi, button, but I pressed the tear off, which doesn't work in this car. And then I had to press the button again, and then I was confusing myself trying to drive with one hand while pressing buttons. And I found out that a lot of the times the messages you send already been received because there's apparently 2 channels. One is drivers and one is, I don't know, all teams. And some people come in on drivers and some people come in on all teams. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, there are 2 channels, so if you're in one, you don't see the text message. You can hear. Didn't really hear everybody that you want to hear. But the text messages are split between 2 channels, which I never knew. But I've noticed that. Yeah, the guys ahead are really much faster than me. That's unfortunate. I mean, I was taking it easy a bit, but... But you never know. Just takes one little screw up, somebody tap the wall, the Spear will be right on him. Oh, Kurt Reese Nicholson. Ben and I raced against him in the Road America 500. That was unfortunate. Ben got in a nasty accident. Uh-oh. That guy behind me, Alex, is gone. The GTP rather, behind me. P11. Something happened. Probably the mini carousel. Yeah, the mini carousel actually was, yeah, that's his bugbear there. The first lap when he came back to us was in the mini carousel, and then the second lap when I got by him, mini carousel, and I think here in the third lap, I think it's finally done him in. He's disappeared. Why aren't people in the pits? Are people just quitting?
1:04.675 lap to finish.
Yeah, that was not a good lap, really. It should be 10 seconds faster, but I'm not. But again, if you're a regular viewer, you know how I drive. I tend to take it easy, and then I push. I see someone. I see a. I see a. What do they call it when the lions go after the weakest guy in the herd? I don't know. It's probably a gruesome analogy, but when I see somebody who's hurt or somebody who's I can attack, I get on them and I attack. But being this far back, I've got nobody to attack, so I'm just kind of playing it safe, making sure, I get to the end. But you never know. Yeah, I'm not one of those guys who's 10 tenths 100% of the time. My 10 tenths wouldn't even get me up there, so. But oh well. But yeah, I should be 734, I think. And if there was somebody, within striking distance, I'd be pushing harder to get up there. But oh well. Mike Taylor having a good race. Remember, he started right in front of us on the grid, so. And of course I said that and now he went off. That is the old commentator's curse, if I've ever seen one. It looks like just like a slight off, but he lost 8 or 9 seconds. Sorry, Mike. Boy, I haven't been awake for a long time. A lot of times I wake up in the middle of the night. Whoop, I'm up. Woke up at 1 this morning. 1! Now, normally I get up early for work, but 1 is outrageous. I just couldn't fall back to sleep. I lay there for a while, and then after you lay there for a while, you're like, well, nothing's happening. And the cat came and bit me. Yeah, anyone with a cat knows they like to play. And young cats, they bite to play. Shouldn't bite me to hurt me, just to play. And that'll wake you up. Lon, when I first got her, she would bite my toes a lot, which was incredibly painful. Let me tell you about that. You do not want your toes bitten. Even though she wasn't biting to cut skin or anything like that, but biting toes is incredibly painful with those sharp teeth. This one doesn't do that, but bites my hands a lot. My fingertips. Which is not pleasant either. But yeah, when you're trying to get to sleep and something with sharp teeth is chewing on you, I hope it's time to play. Oh well. Alright, 2.5 laps or so. Looks like we're okay from number 25 behind. I've been keeping an eye on him. It doesn't look like he's gaining much. Obviously he's behind, so he's had some damage. You know, if he was going to start gaining, I was going to start pushing more. But, you know, so I'm going to keep my eye on him. Keep my option open. I've got some reserve. Yeah, I'm lifting there. I don't have to lift, but I am. I'll lift here. I don't have to lift, but I am. Just to be extra safe. You know, when you're cutting it so close to curbs, 1 millimeter off, you can be flipped into the trees. This series normally goes official 4 times a week. This week it went official 6 times the very first day of the week. People love driving this track. And it's a great track. And this series is a great series. It's so good. It's a shame the race is so short.
2 to go.
You know, a lot of the fun in this series is the multi-class, battling with the other class. But since the track is so long and the race is only 6 laps, they've really taken out the multi-class part of it, which I guess is alright once in a while. But I would prefer to have these races longer and require a pit stop. That way we'll get to deal with the GTOs. I mean, it's super scary. Don't get me wrong. Coming over these turns and finding a GTO there is not what you want to have happen. But yeah, so I wish it was longer. All right, 2 to go. Next time by. That's how you do it, Alex. Just take it easy. Push there, and you're gonna. I see a lot of people have a lot of problems with that mini gear. So you push too hard, you're gonna go off, come up, pop out of it, and that leads to disaster. Although, like I said before, when you're battling for the lead and all you can get, yeah, you gotta go 10 touch. You gotta push. You can't play it safe, but I can play it safe. I'm just taking it easy. All right. Guy behind, not gaining. Cars ahead, I'm not gaining on them. I'm kind of just stuck here. That's alright, 2 to go. I thought I saw a GTO on the relative. I couldn't look down. He may have pitted. Quit. But I'm glad not to have another GT. Oh, yeah.
Minute 40.4.
Yeah, I would be glad not to have GTOs. I don't want to It's so scary. I just kept on saying, you know, this is not as much. This should be longer so we can get the GTOs, but it is better for me to not have the slow traffic to try to get through, but more fun to have to battle through. That's for sure. E. That was weird. Lose my voice talking too much. Plus, air conditioning's on these days now. It's getting pretty darn warm. 90, 95. What is that in Celsius? 35? 30, 35? I don't know. Pretty warm, I'd say. It's way too hot to be outside in bare feet, I tell you that. Shoes are there to protect your skin. The sun will cook them. I did see a GTO on the relative. I thought I did. A minute. Which means I will catch him next lap. Of course, Kurt and Mike have to get by him now.
Start keeping an eye on that fuel pressure line for me.
All right. That's the morning they give you at 2 laps. There's less than 2 laps left now. Let's see if Mike can get past the GTO cleanly. No idea where they are on track. 45 seconds ahead. Yeah, Mike's through. So everything went smooth with those two. Oh, that's car number 53. That is the lowest I rating in the field. So you never know. You never know what you're going to get with the low I rating guys. Some of them are extremely quick, but crash all the time, so don't get any I rating. Some of them are slow, but very safe. But, you know, you don't get much I rating being very slow either. And some of them are unsafe and slow. Some of, but if you're fast and safe, you don't have a low IR. My I rating is not so good because I'm slow, but I'm safe. So, you know, I get some decent results being safe, not crashing. Finishing a race is a big help for scoring points. But it looks like number 53 knows what he's doing. Ooh. He's still in the race after many are not. I mean, that's... I don't know what kind of race he's at, but that's something right there. Of course, you gotta gotta take the chances to get the glory. So it's another side to the issue. Ah! Did I just say there are good people on both sides? Holy mackerel. Alright. We're coming to the white flag lap. And I've really got nothing. We've been stuck here since we passed Alex. I was pretty happy to have Alex do that little spin in the mini carousel, but it's left me pretty lonely. We passed the GTO, but that's about it. Oh no, look at the relative. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. It's a sea of blue. Blue equals bad. Red equals scary. We got a sea of blue coming up. That could be dangerous. Luckily, I got a huge gap. So, I mean, whatever happens, I can always back out. Take it easy. I mean, because I don't think the GTB behind me will catch those guys. Probably catch Jose Carlos, but not the other two. But that's in the future. Oh, what happened to B2 GTO? So we had a new P2. Javier was taken back. Javier was the leader after the first corner. So they're having a good battle. Oh man, GTOs. If you ever get a chance to watch the broadcast on GSRC, the GTOs always have a really good battle for the lead. And then they seem to be pretty evenly matched. A good tight battle. A lot of times in the GTPs, some people will just take off, just go and fly, pull away from everybody. But the GTOs typically stick a lot together and
About a minute 40.
have good battles.
Wow. Your eyes open.
Eyes are open. What's this guy doing? Oh my, holy mackerel, dude! Are you parked? What?
Right
What?
side.
What?
Clear, clear.
What? I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Now listen, I said 53. He's still in the race, but he's on the left side of the road because it's the left-hand turn. He's on the inside, the left. And he's going super slow, and he goes all the way to the right. All the way to the right. Cuts all the way across the road super slowly. And then I ducked past him. I was like, but that's what happened. See, if I was the GTP leaders, if I was battling for the win, I wouldn't have been able to be patient and wait for that guy to do whatever he's going to do and get through. You gotta go for it. When you're in a battle, you gotta go every second. So, that's why I can be safe because I'm back here in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that was crazy. And he's still in the race, but that was a completely unsafe move. I don't know why he was going, one, so slowly, and two, all the way across the road. If he was going fast and went across the road, that would be fine because I would expect that. Audis, they go from one side to the other. They're moving quickly. They can't corner on a dime. But he was going so slowly that you wouldn't have expected him to cross the road like that. But he did. That was weird. That was weird. We're gonna check that. That's that. All right. So we got two more, Bjorn and Jens. I don't know if I want to pass him. I have no reason to pass him. I'm not going to get anything to pass him. But then, you know, if a GTP does have trouble, if I hang back behind him and then I lose by like 10 seconds to some GTP who crashed in the last lap, I feel bad. So, you know, I don't want to just hang back behind, so. I mean, it's unlikely to happen, but it could happen, especially here. Stranger things have happened. Oh, we're ninth. Somehow we got ninth. No idea who went out. Sorry for them, but we're now up to ninth. Like I said, if you just finish, you'll do fine. That number 53, I don't think he should take my advice. If he keeps driving like that, he's not going to finish. That's a crazy call. Maybe the wheel slipped in his hand or something. Who knows? You know, you never know what happened to the other guy. Anything could happen. I mean, his dog jumped on him in the middle of the corner. Things happen. So you can't judge somebody on one thing. Well, unless of course it's an egregious thing where they cuss you out and then wreck you. Then you can judge them. But you know, other than that, things happen. Out of our control. Oh, I'm getting a real headache. I do try to go outside a lot during the day. Well, not a lot, but you know, I try every hour. I try to, you know, get up, stretch a little bit, and sometimes go outside. It's warm, but you know, it's warm. It's fresh air. It clears my head a bit, rather than being in this refrigerator, air conditioning. I don't have it turned up very powerfully at all. I never know what to say. It feels like you turn up the air conditioning, yes, but that turns it temperature down. It's always weird to say turn up the air conditioning when you mean turn it down. Does that make sense? It sort of makes sense. But yeah, it's not set very cold, but it's still much colder than outside. Alright, now we got problems. Yeah, I don't want to catch these guys in this whole back section, really. It's not really a good spot to get by. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to get too close, because then they'll start thinking. They're probably already thinking, because I'm only 5 seconds back. But I don't want to get right on them. But then when they're expecting you to come by and pass them, and you don't, that causes problems too. So, yeah, see, where would you pass in this part? It'd have to be a move of risk. So we'll just kind of take it kind of easy. Still moving at a good pace, just not closing too much. Now this time probably everybody's already passed the start finish line. GTPs. We're a minute behind Mike. Well, this was a good race. Oh, there's the fuel light. It's always a fun drive. Had some early lap 1 shenanigans. Corner 1. Go back and watch Ben and Sarah on lap 2. See what happened there.
Left side. Clear hand.
See, there's no reason for me to pass him earlier. I could have pushed, but no reason. Don't take an unnecessary chance. Don't risk it for nothing. Because you know, like I said, you just never know what's going to happen. Right? The lightning is going to strike their house and send their wheel to the right. You just never know. There you go. P9 Spear. 9 out of 20. Started 18th. Fell down to 20th at the start. Quickly passed several cars. And that, as they say,
Check the flag.
is that.
Alright, good job, guys. Good job.
The old Euro X. And we'll park it. Do another lap. Well, actually, we don't have fuel for that. 7:55. Oh, I was really taking it easy there. Really taking it easy that last lap. Well, there you go. That was a good, calm drive, I'd say. A good, calm drive. Let's go back. I know who I want to see. I want to see Tim Reed. I recognized his paint. That orange paint. Doesn't really. No. All right, let's go to Far Chase, maybe. Yeah. That's it. All right, so it looks like he's 6th. Not too close. They're all battling up here. Oh, now he's up to 4th. Out, contact. And okay, so I had the wrong guy. Okay, I thought it was that car. It was different paint. Oh, it's already happened. Okay. See, oh, this is the one. Who's that guy? The same paint. That is, I don't know. It didn't. That is John Babbitt. Oh, this is the guy who finished behind me. Oh, it's an orange. There's no green. See the orange? Yeah, okay. So what happened? Oh, he got. Yeah, that happens. Guy behind him got into him. So not his fault. That's gonna happen at T1. Kind of his fault. He went a little slower than he should have, maybe. But and then yeah, and then those guys. The guy's backing up. Don't back up. Oh, and the Audis are coming. So we're spearing all this. All right, see here. So here's me. I know there's trouble. This is why I hang back at the start, because I know there's trouble. Got the Audis right behind me, so I gotta pick where to go. Those guys going inside. That's wrong. That guy's backing up. I guess he had to back up. I heard somebody hit. I heard contact. Oh. Yep. Because these Audis were so close. The guy backed up there. The Renown. See, this is the same paint as Tim Reed, so I thought it was Tim Reed. He backed up and he tried to get through, but then this guy's going through and bonk. Yep. Because they're too close at any time. Actually, that's probably bad on the Renown because once you're in a wreck, you can't be driving. Well, he didn't really move too much. It wasn't net code, but lots of people hitting behind. Do you hear all the crunches? Oh, things are happening. Yeah, like I predicted at the time. Things are happening. You can't. You want your parked in the middle of the road with all the Audis coming. You know what? Boom, boom, boom. He towed. Did he immediately tow? Yeah, he immediately towed. He's just like, forget it. Ben Summers. Lap 2. Keep going. All right, he's right behind Sarah. Go to Ben's cockpit. There's Ben. I think that's Sarah ahead. Pretty sure it is. Ben's taking it easy. Now I'm right behind these guys. We're all just relaxed. I think Alex is behind, and then I'm behind Alex. I don't see any fenders bent on Ben. He looks to be okay. That's pretty far back. You're pretty far back, Ben. You shouldn't have been in this accident. Yeah, that's obviously Sarah's fault, but Ben, you were in the, yeah, at the time, what are you gonna do? I was gonna say Ben shouldn't have been on that side of the road, but I mean you have to choose, and it looks like she's flying off to the right. So he went to the left.
Thanks, Jason. That was good. Thanks, Jamie.
Oh, somebody's talking. Which button is it? I think it's this button. All right, yeah.
Second time racing these things. What a blast.
There it is. It really is. I have the radios turned off, but for some reason iRacing still plays them. They wanted me to delete my information and re-download it. It's a pain. All right, so here we go. You can't see her. Dang it. So she goes off, and you can't see. Dang it. Dang it. Holy mackerel. You can't. There's nothing I can do to get both of them in. All right. Rear chase? Ah, you been in there. Okay, so she hits the curb. Yeah, you hit the curb. Yeah, that's when you watch me. I stay off the curbs. Oh, she's all over the curbs. Yeah, you can't hit the curbs. You hit the curbs here, you die. Hit that curb, so she's out of control. That's out of control. That's it. It's game over right there at that point. Hit the curb, she's already sideways. So nothing she can do. Now Ben should be slamming on the brakes, getting over to normal is to be over on the other side. Ben should be closer to the curb on the other side there. And she bounces. She bounces. Ben should be turning. I don't know how Ben hits her. Ben. Yeah, Ben is not in the normal. I don't. Is that the normal line? It feels like my normal line is a lot more to the right. I don't know. Well, let's see Mike's line. Mike, how do you take that corner? Maybe I'm not thinking right. It is this corner coming up here. Yeah. You're much closer to the right. Yeah, see, you're much closer to the right there. And Ben was too far left, I think. But she's bouncing off to the right, so it might have reacted. You got a split second to make a decision. So yeah, see, he's already on the brakes. He's trying to stop, but his car won't stop. He's just sliding. Oh, that's why he went so far left, because he was just sliding. You could see him slide. He's on the brakes. He's trying to stop, and he's just sliding. He can't turn. You can't turn when you're on the brakes because all your tire grip is for braking, not turning. And here's Speedy Spear going, hi. Oh, they're right on the right there. Right on that curb. Right on the curb. See, right on the curb. Right there. You just stay, All right, well. But that was fun. That was unfortunate for those guys. 10 Audis. Oh, not 10. 10 Nissans finished. We'll call that a finish. This is the guy who got wrecked at T1 and came back for 10th. So he's got to be happy about that. And everybody, Bruno also finished on the lead lap. Way back there with the GTPs. Or GTOs, sorry. There's Alex. Remember, we saw him. There's Sarah. She didn't survive. Andy Hunter, Aaron. Only two went out at the start. I thought I went to 15. Oh, these guys must have towed, gotten repairs. Evan was the guy who started behind me. He beat Ben. Gianluca went out at the end. Yeah, see, cars were going out at the end. But there you go. There you have it. From 18th to 9th. Technically, you would call that the hard charger. Woohoo! There you go. That's the guy who started the race and made up the most positions. That's one spear. A pow. That's pretty good. All right. But hey, check out these other. Let me check out the other class. See who these. See, look at it. So there were 4 of them separated within 15 seconds, but this was a lot closer until like the last lap. So I don't know what happened in the last lap, but look how close these guys are at the end. So yeah, there's always a close race in the GTOs. So check out this on GSRC, also Kamel, the series, camelgt.com with a K, Kamel, Kamel, gt.com. And thanks for watching. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, check out this other video, and do all kinds of other YouTube stuff with the TheSpearSTL. I'll see you next time.